guys, you are welcome to my channel. Today we are going to put together the curtain we did for our lace dress. So this is the down part, this is the upper part, and our sleeve. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the darts of it. This is the upper part. I'll put the lace aside since the lace there's no dart in it. And the dots that I marked, I'm going to trace it. So I'm going to sew this, and let me do the back dart too. So I'm going to use 8 for the back darts. As for back, we don't need any underbar, so I'll just place my 9 here. This is the line for the zip line, so the 9 is supposed to be on this. So this is 4.5. I'll mark it here. Then I'll come to the waistline. I'll just follow this. This is the zip line. Okay. Then I'll place my 4.5 also here. So I'll just place half on both sides. And join the point. Okay, so I'll do the same thing on the other side, and then hold it this way and sew it together. Do the dart for the down part also, so I'll measure the same 4.5 also here at the waistline, 4.5 here. Then I'm going to give 1/2 inch on both sides, 1/2 inch. We don't want that to get to the hip, so the hip, instead of measuring 9, I'm going to measure 7. That's the hip length, sorry, the dart length. I'm going to measure 7. So I'm going to trace this on the other side and also trace the same thing on the back, and then hold it this way and sew and show it to you. Okay guys, so this is it. I'm done with the darts. So what I'm going to do now is attach the lace to it. This is the right side of the lace, and this is the right side of the satin. This is the right side of the satin. So what I'm going to do is, it's supposed to be like this. Something like this. So I will, the lace will go down, and then this will come up. Then I'm going to sew on this line. Sew up to this, sew, and then sew. Then later I will turn it inside, and this one will show outside. Okay, so I'll just pick one of the lace for the back, and this one, so I'll just look at where it will match very well. So this is it for the back, this is it. And so what I'll do is, the lace will go down and this will come up this way, and I'm going to join it here, sew the neck, and then sew the zip line, and then turn it inside and show it to you. When I come here, I'll just pick the front part of the lace and then attach it to it this way. This is the right side, this is the right side. So this, the satin, the right side is facing the wrong side of the lace. Okay, and so that's how I'm going to do it. I'll join it that way, this way, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run gather stitch on it, quick one, just to hold it in place. I'll take the back also this way and also join it the same way and sew the zip line also, and come and show it to you. Okay guys, so this is it. This is the back part. I've attached the satin to it, and I reduced my satin by 10. I reduced the down by 10 to 11 inches, and so this is it. I want this much down there. Okay, and now I also want to teach you something. When you check here, you realize that this place, the lace is up and the line and the satin is down. You can see some space here, but when it comes here, it's equal. Yes, that's because we had dots in the satin and there's no dots in the lace. That is why we have this effect, because of the dots, the satin has been curved. So you can see that this part is curved and the lace is straight. So when you fix it, you are going to have it this way. So at the end of the day, you just trim this and that will be okay. If you don't do it that way and you try to make everything equal, what will happen is that after sewing, there will be a fold here. When you raise it, you won't get it straight. You are going to get some fold like this, and that won't be appropriate, or that is not going to be comfortable for you. I'm going to trim this one off. When you check the back too, is the same. So you see that this place has some excess lace here, so just trim it off and that will be okay. When you take the upper part also, this is the back, and this part too, you can see I have some shortage of the satin. It's not a problem. You are going to reduce the back so that everything will be okay. Now when you pick the front also, I did the same thing, and so you realize that the front, the middle here too, we have some excess because there's no dots in the lace. That is why. So you just make sure that everything will lie in place and just indicate middle to middle, and then attach it that way and make sure everything will lie in place. Then the excess ones, just trim it off. It will not affect the length of your dress at all. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to reduce the back of the zip line, the back, so that when you fix the zip, it will lie flat. Sometimes you fix a zip and you realize that there was some raise between the waist there, so we want to avoid that effect. So we are going to measure 1 inch from the zip line, 1.5 inch from the zip line. We are going to slant it to the edge here. So this is going to reduce any folding. So this is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the front upper parts of the dress to the down front. Okay, so I'm going to attach it this way. I'm going to attach it by 1/2 inch here. Then I'll do the same thing to the back also. Zip line meeting zip line, so sew it by 1/2 inch. So I'll just pick, this is the back, it will lie flat this way. Let me take the pins from the shoulder. Then this is the front, so I'll just attach it shoulder to shoulder this way. Then sew everything through. I'm going to sew everything through. So I'll do the same thing on this side, both sides. So I will join it this way, do the same thing, and then come and show it to you. Okay guys, so this is it. I've joined it to it. Now we are going to place our measurements on it. Now one thing is, you can decide to join the upper part first, then join the down part, then after you join it together. You can also do it this way. Okay, so the bars that I'm using, I'm going to use bars 43, and so I'll place it here. This is my bars line. This is the line I made. So 43, that is, it's going to be 21 and half. This is my 21 and half. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to leave one and I'm going to leave 1.5 on each side. 1.5 on each side. Now when I come to the armhole, I'm looking at 10. So I'm going to measure 10 because my armhole is 18 divided by 2 is going to be 9. 9 plus 1 inch because I'll add sleeve to it. So 10 is okay. So it's going to be here. I'll measure 10 here. The waist, I'm going to use 35. So 35 is going to be 17.5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to have 2.5 on each side. The hip, I'm using 44, 45, 44, 45. So I have, that is 22.5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 2.5 on each side. Then I'll come to the down here. I want about 14 here. Yes, I would make it 15. I don't want too tight. So 15. When I wear and it's too loose, I can decide to go in a bit. So 15. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enough. So I'm going to make 3¼ on each side. 3¼ So this is it. I'm going to join the points with my curve. The next thing to do is to add the sleeve after sewing. So I'm going to measure my armhole. The 10 that I placed, I'm going to measure the same 10 also here. You can see I'm taking the measurement from the front armhole, not the back. So I'll place the same 10 here. Okay. Then I'll measure my wrist also here. I'm using 9 for it. So I'll measure 9 here. That is 4.5. So that's 9. Okay. From there to the armhole. Then I'll pin it. So I'm going to sew through it. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Then after sewing, I'll just turn it inside. So when I turn it, this is it. And I'm going to attach it to the dress. Now let me turn the dress also I'm going to attach it from now. You don't just attach, you have to look at the sleeve. This one is the front, this one is the back, and so this one is supposed to come to the front armhole here. That's why you don't just attach it, you have to consider where each one will go. So this is coming to this side, and so I'll attach it from here and sew it all through, and then I'll do that and then come and show you. So I have a video on how to fix sleeves, so I'll leave the link there for you to watch. That one is very detailed, so I'll do that and come and show it to you. Okay guys, so this is it. I've attached the sleeve to it. This is the end result of our dress. And what I did is I realized the neck here, the wideness was too much, 13. So yours, you can reduce it by 1 inch. So because of that, I have to do a bit of that here, and so take notice of that. Yours, don't make it that wide. You can also do a bustier dart in it so that it will fit very well here. So this, don't make the neck wide. And one thing I've also realized is the neck width that I used 3. When you're doing yours, use 2.5 or 2 inches. 2.5 will be okay. Use 2.5. And so this is the end result. I have my zip at the back of it, and I also have created a slit here, and I've hemmed the whole part. And this slit point, I used elastic band to secure it so that I'll not find myself wanting. So this is the end. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share the video. Bye bye.